Hi, I'm Lunar 33. I'm both a traditional and digital artist. Today you will see me create my YouTube banner as this is my first YouTube video. The contents of this video will be about the banner design and a little about me, the artist. But since this is a time lapse and this background is inspired by my characters, I'm not going to lore dump for you guys on the first video. So let's get into it even though the time lapse is already started. The world building of this background is based on the seasons of my OCs, where the female lead represents spring and winter, which is why you see elements like foliage, greenery, silver, purple, and blue throughout this piece, because her environment can be described as luscious but cold, and sometimes that doesn't mean in a physical sense. While the male lead's elements are gold, tan, and bronze throughout this piece, because his environment can be described as warm but shady. But since the female lead is the focus, there's more of her colors displayed than the male lead's colors. Now going to the characters themselves, I'll be mostly summarizing their characteristics and then going a little bit about myself. The name of my female lead here is Laura, and she is an alicorn princess, where in her lore she doesn't have wings on her back, but a set of wings as her ears. Laura has multicolored hair, and you'll see in this time lapse that hair was giving me a run for my money because that thing was so difficult to get the colors right. Another tough challenge was designing the character next to her, which is the male lead. His name is Kai, or Kailan is his full first name, and he is a tailed fox in this universe, where he's either despised for his appearance from his burn marks and or his ears, or when he committed a crime against the heavenly principles from Laura's side of the family. Satisfied with everything, I started doing the coloring of my characters. This is the part where I mostly talk about myself, as I will spare you the agonizing commentation about the hair. When it comes to art, I really love character designing for the most part. I'm quite experienced with digital designing, like stuff that you make for t-shirts or products in general. Outside of art, things I do enjoy are the colors purple, magenta, and gold. My favorite food being pasta and cake. I enjoy some Christian R&B, a little bit of jazz, and some K-pop. And ever since I was a child, I was always a magical horse girl or unicorn girl. Everything in my room was decorated with unicorns all over. Whether that was TV shows that influenced it, or maybe some storybooks, it just impacted my life right then and there. But what I would say influenced my art the most when I was little was definitely movies like Rapunzel, TV shows like My Little Pony, because the color direction, the magic that was displayed in there, it was so beautiful and emotionally moving to me. Especially Tangled. I really love that movie. And that's kind of how I got into romance stories a little bit. But nowhere in my pieces when I was little would you not see a lantern that was inspired by that movie. Although as I'm getting older, I want to still keep creating magical but righteous content, because why wouldn't I create for the one who created me for this purpose? The purpose of inspiring the youth through my artwork, through visual storytelling, and creating depth through trials and tribulations, foes that you might come across, and illustrating the most difficult challenge. Your most difficult challenge won't be against your enemy or the antagonist, but really, the greatest challenge will be you going against yourself. Trying to unlearn the world you already knew in order to become a new person under Christ, which occasionally means you will have to let go of things that you're attached to and leave everything behind in order to gain something better. As I think it says in His Word, that he can't replace something better if your hands are already filled with something old. Right now, I'm at a stage at my life where I'm able to get a part-time job while still going to college. But I really want to prioritize the dream that God had laid out to me, which that is to, outside of starting a YouTube channel, is to have my own art business and to one day have my own animation studio. Both my characters in the thumbnail and the ones I haven't shown you guys yet, I really want them to display my love for God and how this journey following God is not easy. People assume following God is an easy path when really it's not. It literally goes against what you learn or prioritize in your life already. So I wish to illustrate that concept within my work. Right now, I'm working on the values and lighting within this piece. If you were to put this in grayscale, I don't think exactly it would have a high contrast in value. I tried my best. But in the end, I can say I'm very pleased with the end result because the main focus is on Laura and Kylan, and then manifesting magic has the highest contrast of light in here. So it can draw your eyes towards them for the most part, outside of the stage or the podium being lit. And you can see here, I was trying to add Kylan's tails because he's a tailed fox, but I didn't want it to get in the way of Laura's hair because I worked so long on that beautiful, majestic, celestial hair there. I was not about to block it. Plus, I didn't like the way I shaped it, so I got rid of it for the thumbnail. And right now you can see I'm displaying one of artists' most difficult challenges with the face, which is usually the eyes. But over time, I got in the hang of it of making eyes, and I would say the difficult part of the face for me is the mouth because I just can't get the lips right for women, and I can't get the right expression that I'm trying to exaggerate with a simple line to illustrate the mouth. But after trial and error, I finally got the mouths right and got the expression I was looking for on Kai's face. A little bit of what I'll be showing you guys about my art is mostly going to be more of my digital stuff and product photography more than you'll see me do my traditional paintings made from acrylics. Because currently I don't have those desk setup cameras or camera stands to record my process on my paintings. And even though I do have a phone and a tripod and an iPad to probably document the process, my iPad is too big for the tripod, and as for my phone camera is kind of cracked, so I can't use that either. Plus, it would take up a lot of storage on my device anyway, and would take me a lot of time to edit the video of hours of painting. Early in the video, there was an audio shift. Let me know if you prefer the echoey version or how I sound now later in this time lapse, so I know what to do going forward. Outside of this being the banner, I also think this could be a backdrop to my YouTube videos in the future. Almost like those special pre-overlays that people have in their videos, typically for VTubers or those who stream or does Twitch. Because why not use what I already have? And this background took much shorter than my older projects, but it still took a long time, like around like maybe 3 to 4 months. After going back and forth with the grayscale and regular color, I think I managed to get the values as defined as possible. I still need training, but I was more focused on getting it over with. So after messing around for a little bit, I started going to the magic part that Laura and Kylan are trying to manifest in their palms. And I was trying to create something similar from that one scene in Tangle where Rapunzel heals Flynn with one of her tears in that magical scene. My favorite, I think. And even though it may seem chaotic, I think I did a pretty good job. Now after finishing details, we finally made it to the end. Woo! I am very pleased on how this turns out for my first time. I really love my OCs in this. Thank you for watching this YouTube video. Please comment for feedback, like and subscribe, and please check out my Instagram and Facebook. Have a lovely day, everyone.